Hello, welcome to Paratus Schools and Paratus Education. My name is Ruby Khan. I'm the IELTS director for the IELTS courses within our organization. And I thought today what we could do is have a look through the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and Task 2 course that we have on our learning management system that we could go through and have a look at how it works. So it just makes it a little bit easier for schools to see what we have on offer. So before we go into the course, let me just tell you a little bit about the course. It's the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and Task 2 course. It's on learning management system. So what we have found is that a lot of schools have in-house learning, which is not on LMS. It's, I think, still the pen and paper method, which is fine, but we wanted to complement it with something like in-house, like digital learning, so it would complement their in-house learning. So we've designed a course which is very much interactive. So I think that if I start sharing the screen with you, talk about it as we go along. So we've designed a course on our learning management system for the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and Task 2. We've designed it in a way, so when I say we're a team of IELTS specialists, British Council trained specialists here in the UK. Our institute and our university college is in America, in the US, but our team of IELTS specialists are based right here in the UK, and we have made it easier for all the instructors by doing all the hard work and putting all the content into a course for you to teach your students. So we don't think you need to look for resources from anywhere. You don't need to look for them from any different sources. It's right here, ready to go for you to teach your students. Now, when I say for you to teach your students, we could do it two ways. The LMS system can have in-house learning. So you would have, a teacher would have the contents of this course. Please ignore all of these where there is no, as a teacher, I can see this, but as a student, you will only see home, assignments, grades, and modules. And when you log into your portal, into your course, this is the first page you will come across. The way we've designed it is that you can use it in the classroom. So when I say you as a teacher, as an instructor, you can use this in a classroom alongside your students having the logins as well. So the way we would want to do it is that we get a batch of students for a 6-week course, 8-week course. A teacher would get the number of logins, licenses they need for the writing part of the course for their students. If you have 20 or 30 students in your classroom, you can request 30 logins. We would generate the preloaded courses onto that student's account, and we would generate their username and password. Once they have, we will send that over to your institute, and you can give your students the username and login details. And then the way it complements is that you go through it in the classroom together, through the projector on the PowerPoint screen, on the PDF, on the projector screen, the PowerPoints. And then you tell your students to go away and learn the questions at home and do the interactive activities at home. And then you catch up back in the classroom. So the way we would do it is, let me go into, you will come onto this. So you sign in with your username and your login, and you come to this page, and this is your home page, the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1 and Task 2. And then we're going to do task 1 first, which is the IELTS Academic Writing Task 1, graphs, maps, and diagrams. The way we've done it is very, very simple. So I'll just explain it as simply as I can to you. The task 1 is all of the IELTS Academic Task 1, Writing Task 1 is all about graphs, maps, and diagrams. And we've done it in the form of questions. So questions which are very relevant, very sort of specific to task one. You're talking about types of diagrams, identifying the diagrams, questions, the lexical resource that is needed within task one to teach diagrams, task achievement within task one, common problems with task one, describing a process, paraphrasing, active and passive voice, cohesion and coherence, describing that. So you can see how it works. So you're covering the in-depth knowledge needed to pass, get that high band score. Now, the way it's actually designed and works is that each question comes in the form of a video, an information sheet, which is the same as the video, but in the form of a PowerPoint. So whatever you learn in here, in your video will be presented to you in a PowerPoint, and then you move on to your interactive activity to do with the question. So if we talk about practice question one first, this is types of diagram. So we would click onto that and you would play your video on types of diagrams. I'll just play a little bit for us.
IELTS Task 1, Practice Question 1, Types of Diagrams. Messages of a whole, as if there was slides. We looked at a number of images, and the height of the book corresponds to the value of the quantity being categories. These charts have 3 categories. Now let's look at the different diagrams often used to represent processes. That is these 6 flowcharts. A flowchart is a type of diagram that is used to illustrate a workflow or a process.
So here you can see the videos about the types of diagrams. You will move on next to your PowerPoint PDF, which will actually just go through exactly that. It will just describe the video you've seen, but you've got more time to read through it more carefully and revert back to the video should you need to. And then the interesting thing about the course, which is very, very good, is the kinesthetic activities. Now, I always say to students that kinesthetic activities means hands-on activities, are not just for children. They're not just specifically for children and younger people. Adults can retain a lot of information by doing these hands-on activities, okay? They stick in the mind longer. So you've got whatever you learned in that question one, you've got to now apply that to this interactive activity. Find the pie chart. Is that correct? If it's correct, it'll disappear. If it's wrong, it'll turn red. So trying to match that. That's not a cycle diagram. Unclick it. Find the cycle diagram. So you can actually even click on it, you see, to get a closer look at what that is. So I'm just doing a little bit for, so I think this might be a fish, no, that's not a fishbone, let's have a look. Cycle diagram. So you keep going until you get all of them correct, okay? And that's the whole point of how you're going to learn. So I think we have time to do one more, just go through one more question within task one. Let's do something down here. So we have describing a map. So again, you go into the question, practice question 10. It'll give you the PowerPoint, everything to do with describing a map within task one, okay? All that you need to know, comparing maps. Move on to your video. Sorry, I think the video was before that. So the video, I think, is just before. Yes. So there's your video.
IELTS Academic Writing Task 1. Practice question 10. Describing a map. What are the tasks you may come across in academic writing tasks? It follows the same pattern of identifying the changes, but it is a bit more tricky due to the tenses we'll need. It's a good idea to review all the tenses for the path, visual area, industrial site, or even a building blueprint. Noticeable changes may be to buildings, infrastructure, or other relevant landmarks. Since the maps you'll be comparing are in different time periods, you should carefully look out for dates and pictures, as it will come in handy when writing your response. How you should go about tackling task 1 map question. Let's examine 4 steps that can help you write about maps. 1. Analyze the question. This is the first step for any task 1, irrespective of the question, and has been mentioned many times in this course. Read the question carefully to make sure you have understood the task. If you make a mistake of not fulfilling all the task criteria.
Okay, so that's just a little bit of a sample of our video to do with describing a map. I've just gone through the PDF, which is just a description of the video. Now you've got your interactive activity. You can make your interactive activities bigger if you want to, or you can just keep doing them in here. So you've got a map here. So what you have to do is go on to the pinpoints and decide which is the right description. So is B between the river and the path that leads from the pond to the river? You can go back. Just okay, the lily pond is here. D, let's see if we can find something close to the lily pond. So right next to the lily pond on the same side as the west gate. So this sounds right, I think. So if you think that is that, you think the D is right next to the lily pond on the west side, and then you need to just do the same with all of them. Click them all on which you think is the right description of the map. Okay, so we've got quite a few, I think, activities here for the maps. Okay, you need to match the descriptions of the map. So there's more sort of going through the keys. Okay, so what is that one? That's another one that's similar to that previous one. You need to really look at descriptions like west, east, north, and you have to match synonyms. So here you're going to have to shift all of the orange ones onto one side, the green one, the blue ones onto the other side, and match the synonyms. So that's basically how your task 1 is going to be. After you've done all the questions in task 1, we would like you to come to the end and submit 2 assignments to us. Task 1, essay 1, task 2, essay 2, 2 assignments. Go into the assignment. It should just say submit assignment, but this is another student's account, so it just says resubmit, but this should say submit. What you will do is you will have a look at the question, look at the graph or whatever's on there, look at the question. This is the task achievement. You'll get a band score at the end. Look at the question and okay, decide you want to submit the assignment. Give us your answer in there, write it in there, whatever you want to write, what you think is the right answer, keep the word count in mind, and then submit assignment to us. That's how it works, okay? And then that's your task 1 done. So you will now move on to task 2, which is all about writing your essay. Again, very much in the same format as task 1, but now you will be very much concentrating on how to write your essay. Okay, so we will be looking through lexical resource, task achievement, understanding the question, right? A very important one. Structuring your essay. Again, you've got, you will have the information sheets, the videos, and the interactive activities. Your information sheet on understanding the question. Okay, so read through it, absorb it, understand what sort of things you'll be looking at within task 2, how you're going to be analyzing the question, understanding the question, all in there for you to do with your teachers and for you to practice at home. Watch the video on understanding the question, meaning the essay question.
Writing task 2. Practice question 4. Understanding the question. To achieve a high band, it is essential to understand the question in order to complete the task satisfactorily. Since task 2 is an opinion essay, you will always be asked to offer your opinion at some point. Analyze the question carefully. One major cause of low band scores in task 2 is failing to answer the question either correctly or completely. Not answering the question properly means the essay doesn't address the specific question asked. Corresponding sufficiently means the test taker has earned score. Failing the aforementioned rule, you do only have 40 responding to the wrong part. 5. Often leading to species become endangered. What is the main cause of this? What solutions can you suggest? What part is fact-based and what part is opinion-based? I'll let you think over it.
Okay, so just a little bit of information there. I mean, a video there on understanding the question, and then you'll move on to your interactive activity to do with that. So here we go. We need to decide opinion essay, a problem solution essay, an advantage, disadvantage essay, and a discussion essay. So one-sided, what do you think? Which one is one-sided? Which goes with the opinion? Sorry, 1 second. So we've got to, if you see here, this is the opinion essay. So you've got to decide which one is the opinion. That one disappeared because that is. Opinion essays looks for phrases such as discuss and both sides. That's wrong. That's not part of an opinion one. So you've got to keep going until you think the right one matches. Might be one, might be more than one. Look at a problem solution essay. Yeah, so that was the correct description that went with the problem solution essay. Looks for phrases such as discuss both sides. No, that doesn't go. So you've got to see what is relevant to those 4 essay descriptions. An opinion essay, a problem solution essay, advantage, disadvantage essay, and discussion essay. Have a look at, and whatever is in there in that interactive activity will be explained to you throughout the video and through the PowerPoint presentations. So if you're presented with for example, presented with a social problem or dilemma, what do you think? If you're presented with a social problem or dilemma, do you think that's an opinion essay, a problem essay? So you've got your answers will all be within the videos and the PowerPoint presentations if you have, correctly gone through them. So let's move back on to, I mean, that was just one of the ones in task 2, writing your essay. And there's many questions there that you will go through to help you get that really high band score, grammar, range, and accuracy. Here's another one. You'll see the videos but this is one of the interactive activities we have with grammar, range, and accuracy. So you have to complete the text below by writing the corresponding pronouns. So a greenhouse was built in 2012. What's the right word that goes in there? Okay. Got to think about that. You'll learn all of what's relevant to pronouns in the video and the PowerPoints. I'm just going to go back to home. So what will happen after that is that you will have, after you've completed all the questions within task 2, you will, again, there's 3 essays. You've got to submit those essays to us. We will mark them for you with the band score. That's what we're going to do. We're going to mark it for you with a band score. So I'm just going to go into one of them, show you. I've shown you how to submit at the top before. That's the button to submit. It won't say it will say submit. The question is there. Computer games are very popular for all ages. Parents think this has little educational value and it will be harmful for children. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Remember, if you've done the course properly, you will know how to write an agree or disagree essay, because all those activities, all of those questions would have helped you. You submit your answer here, write it down, submit it, it'll come back to us. We will send it back to your portal with your band score, okay? And once you've completed all of that, you will be able to request your Paratus Education Certificate, which will be partnered up with your institute. So we will have our stamp on it to show that UK specialist instructors have marked yours and you have completed the course satisfactorily, and your institute will have their stamp on it there as well, so you can request it. And I think that just opens up in the form of a in a new window. So that'll be your Paratus Education, a request to fill in the certificate. So that is basically the whole course. So I hope that was actually a bit more clearer, because I think a lot of inquiries we are having with centers is about how the course works. So I thought it'd be interesting for me to do just a demo to show you how the course works. We hope that you come on board with us as a school, or our other parts are being constructed right now. So the reading, the writing's done, sorry, the reading, the speaking and the listening will very soon be on the portal as well to complement the writing. And the reason we did the writing one first is that's the one people struggle with the most, the academic writing. So that's on there to help your students. So remember, it's very simple. It's to complement your in-house learning. I'm talking to institutes to complement your in-house learning. It's not to take over. You can complement it, use it as you want with your students. And for students, it's to take away from the classroom and go home and practice to really, really master that sort of the tasks to get that really high band score. I hope all this information was really useful. I will hope to do some more videos soon, but for now, thank you for listening. Take care, bye-bye.